hello. Here we are on the Retrocade podcast, episode 8 or 8. I think it's 8. No, it might be 9. I couldn't tell you, but I'm Phil.
Sean, greetings from the concrete island of Staten.
We're finally back. It's been, a few weeks. We've been a little busy, but we're back with some new and fresh material, and we got a lot to talk about today, don't we, Sean?
Yes, certainly. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's get right into it. It's actually episode 9. I kept thinking it was episode 8, but it is episode 9. So we'll talk about all the schlock that's happening in first off the Star Wars world. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening in the Star Wars world, is there not?
Yeah, we get all the previews, more of the footage, certainly the character development. People are getting pretty excited, and the countdowns is commencing.
It's definitely commencing. I'm getting pumped myself. We had so much happen. So now they had the big trailer happened on Monday Night Football. What did you think of that big trailer on Monday Night Football?
It was cool. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't as emotional as the first trailer I saw, because I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, with the one where the fucking Han Solo comes out here, Chewie, we're old.
Like the Death Star, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it definitely drew the characters more, and you're just like, oh wow.
Yeah, exactly. You got to kind of see a little more where it's gonna go with that movie, and you see that kind of this girl Daisy Ridley or Rey is probably gonna be like the main protagonist.
She's definitely the focal point for sure.
For sure, and
it
then
kind of revolves around her.
Yeah, and secondarily the other characters, I'd say.
Now, so for people that aren't fully familiar with her character, give us a little background into what so far.
From what we understand, she is like a scavenger on Jakku. It's essentially Tatooine, but Jakku is what they're calling it. It's not Tatooine.
It's not Tatooine, because I wasn't super familiar as well.
That's what I'm saying. I've even been fighting. I mean, I know as of right now, you go on Wikipedia and you check the canon. I'm pretty sure they even mentioned it on the in the Lost Stars and Aftermath novels in the Star Wars world that it is Jakku. But I've kind of been making the argument on the internet a little bit on YouTube posts that, just like Persia used to be Iran, couldn't Jakku used to be Tatooine? And
it's essentially just another warlord run kind of sandpit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be another
outer rim.
It's an outer rim planet, yeah, and that's why. And then so when I was making that argument, people were like, "Oh no, it's canon, 100%. Jakku is not Tatooine. He's completely different, and you're foolish to think otherwise. So f you, you piece of garbage, and never listen to your podcast."
They're eating like a microwave burrito as they.
Yeah, of course they were. Ooh, good, my microwave burrito is warmed to perfection. But yeah, it's the nonsense you deal with these people. But yeah, I mean, so it seems like it's its own planet, and she's there. And, she's carrying around that staff that a lot of people are speculating is Darth Plagueis' staff. Like, if you ever look at Darth Plagueis, any pictures of him or even the figure, the little Star Wars figure, he comes with the staff. She's holding the exact same staff. So a lot of people are speculating that.
Staff's a staff. It's not like there's a particular...
It's true. Well, it's a little, you look at it and it's, it's like kind of like...
The only staffs I can really remember, if I vividly, like, oh, wow, that would be a Gandalf staff. Like, oh, shit, that's...
True, the white staff, the staff that he held.
Sith relics are very little mentioned, and they're typically in the background secondary. And even if you read the comics, which I have been, I just finished Orlando, which is actually very good.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just kind of him doing his side antics with, Scumbum.
How is that so far, the whole thing? Is that run done, or are there more...
It's done. It was just a 5-issue.
Just a 5-shot.
You can't have a giant Lando.
No, you have a long Lando arc. It's just probably him playing cards and
stuff.
It's
him, womanizing, paying his debts.
Hey, baby. Why don't you have some Colt 45?
Exactly. Essentially, he steals this, yacht.
Oh.
That's owned by the Emperor.
Ooh.
It has all these Sith relics in it.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty cool. So he's just dealing with all these criminals.
Cool.
And he has this cool guy, I think his name's Laco or Loku.
Okay.
It's the cyborg guy that has all the headpieces.
Oh, that's Lobot.
Lobot, there you
go. Loku. Lobot, yeah.
Lobot. So that's like his main boy.
Cool, so Lobot's in this, Lobot's getting some fame here. They're shining some light on him.
Though they're really their partners, essentially.
Right,
they're like best friends.
Cool, all right.
And it explains a little bit into the Lobot's character, that
how he came to be with his brain
stuff. Yeah. That he did it to get this really cushion job with the Emperor, or the Empire.
Okay.
And then he left the Empire, and typically he has control over it, but at what points the headpiece he comes more android than human.
Well, as we see in The Empire Strikes Back, when he's just kind of sitting there, and then Lando, on the low, kind of presses his little his watch, his little electronic watch, and then Lobot wakes up, to kind of let him know it's business. Let's get out of here.
Explores their relationship, and he's kind of the Chewie to
Yeah, it's kind of
he's
he's
Lando's counterpart,
right?
And it's
makes
pretty
sense.
cool. You
That's
have
cool.
A white cyborg and it's like black smuggler.
Right.
It's very interesting dynamic.
It's quite I know. It's like an episode of Rush Hour or the movie Rush Hour or
Exactly.
something. That's cool. Yeah, and so that was a 5-episode 5-1 run. What about the other comics? Have you been reading any of those?
So between the Vader and also the Star Wars regular, and then there's a bunch of other ones, Leah, which I've not
Right. Yeah, no, I haven't read much of Leah.
There's
I
the
read
Last
the
Jedi's
first
and what
Kanan.
have you.
Yeah, I read one of the Kanans, and I haven't kept up fully to the regular Star Wars line. Yeah, I have I think up to episode or chapter 5 in my room, but
so
I haven't gone all the way
just
through.
finished 10, and that was pretty cool. Essentially, so Luke's trying to explore his whole Jedi background. And this is after the Death Star was destroyed.
Right, and before Empire Strikes
Hoth,
Back. Yeah,
exactly.
before the Battle of Hoth, yeah.
So he ends up on this planet. I guess this hut, one of the huts collects Jedi relics.
Oh.
So he's in this smuggler's moon planet.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Smuggler's Moon. I don't remember the name offhand. And so these people are like, oh, he has a lightsaber. Like, the Hut would be very interested.
Right.
So it's this whole kind of like Mos Eisley, but 10 times worse. It's a complete alien shithole. They eventually capture him. The Hut has him, and then essentially he's the Last Jedi. There's a whole kind of stadium gladiator event.
Oh, okay.
I am the Last Jedi, and he's fighting Rancors and other such people. And then they go to rescue him. Dengar notices that Dengar's there, kind of at the bar.
Dengar being a bounty hunter on the hunt.
He had some relations with Han Solo. Han Solo actually burned him with the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, get out of here! Is that why he's wearing his bandages?
He's wearing bandages, so he has a personal vendetta.
Oh, he's got a personal vendetta.
He sees Chewie, and he's like, "Oh, great! I can get Solo."
There'll be a substantial reward for the one that finds the Millennium Falcon.
He's in the background trying to hinder their progress.
Yeah.
It's relatively pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah. Some
then
good
the Vader one again. The Emperor has all his goons following Vader.
Good.
Vader has his own agenda, and there's this archaeological. She's in the movie. It's female. She's like an archaeologist, droid archaeologist. She's supposed to be in the movie.
What movie? Is she supposed to be in episode 7?
Yeah, correct.
Not Rey.
No. I don't know how.
Maz Kanata.
She's a strange name. That could be it.
Is it like
she's like Vader's kind of accomplice, somewhat,
okay.
But like secretly,
Yeah.
Again, without the Emperor's knowledge. So he acquires her. Then he actually hired Bossk, and so I think it was Bossk. I want to say for IG-88. There's about 4.
So he hired most of the classic bounty hunters.
No, it's Bossk and IG-88 and 2 others that aren't with that crew.
Not Forlom and Zuckuss.
No,
is it
they're
Forlom?
not.
No, it's 2 others.
2 others.
The most iconic of that crowd is Boba Fett and IG-88. Then I would think. I think third it would be Bossk or
Bosk's pretty well known though.
Yeah, he's pretty well because he actually has a few words in Empire Strikes Back. He's like, "Oh, bounty hunters, we don't need that scum." Yes, sir. And then he's like,
the Trodagians are pronounced them.
Transitions.
Have a typical hatred for Wookiees as well.
Yeah, they have a
scalped them and killed them.
Exactly.
They have like a rivalry.
A natural rivalry between them.
Hatfield and McCoy's type.
Yeah,
thing,
or like snakes and what are they? Mongooses. Yeah, exactly.
So that also kind of equates with it.
Yeah, so that works. That's
cool.
It's
relatively pretty interesting.
Yeah, and then there was also the TV spot for them that was it's the first TV spot which showed you a little more. Has the character Maz Kanata being played by Lupita Nyong'o, we suspect, or it was the one talking in the background when she says a few things, and I've seen eyes in the same faces, blah 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 blah, kind of alluding to like the family theme of this movie and of Star Wars in general. Is pretty much a family theme. You go from little Anakin to his grandchildren, and or we assume his grandchildren. So we'll see how this all plays out.
What about the Solo children? Will they be in the movie?
Well, that all is not canon anymore. But it seems as though that they're cherry picking from that. They're not like doing the Jaden and Jason Solo thing. They're doing their own stories now. Like remember the book Heir to the Empire in I think 1990 by Timothy Zahn. That trilogy, the Thrawn trilogy. Now those books were awesome, and that was like considered a lot of people considered those to be
canon and
the canon, and they were like the next movies, but that all kind of has been thrown out. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that they're not cherry picking a lot of those ideas. Whose kids are these? They want to make it, suspenseful and secret. So is Kylo Ren somebody's kid? Is Rey somebody's kid?
No, so
is
Kylo
it
Ren
Luke? Is it Han's kid?
Kylo Ren, obviously, the big villain, fancy saber, kind of robotic voice.
Right.
Give us his little backstory for those that aren't fully aware.
Well, he's like he is like a Darth Vader fanboy. He's kind of like, he's holding the Vader skull, like, well, I will finish what you started, blah, blah, blah. So, like, he kind of, he kind of wants to carry down the Sith torch, and apparently he's one of the Knights of Ren. And in even one of the trailers, I think the Monday night football trailer, we do see the Knights of Ren in one shot where Kylo Ren's in the middle and they're all around him and it's like raining.
So they're like
out.
a secret society, or
Yeah, kind of like maybe the new Sith secret society. I don't know how powerful they are with the Force.
So they Sith related, or are they more into the Empire? Because I don't think
Well,
Palpatine had any.
if they were Sith, they would be called Sith. They're not. They're being called the Knights of Ren. I don't know what that means. So that tells me that Kylo Ren, maybe his real name isn't Kylo Ren, because if he did Knights of Ren, well, you figure his last
like
name
the Knights
isn't
of
really
Columbus, or they're watching Notre Dame football.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. If you
Drinking
wanna
beers and doing some St. Patrick's
booze in
charities.
in a big hall where they have catered food and a couple kegs.
Irish guys at a beer belly.
Yeah.
We're in your community.
Yeah, precisely. So we'll see how that plays out. But so a lot of people are suspecting that might be Daisy Ridley's brother. A lot of people are suspecting he kind of looks like young Harrison Ford a little bit, kind of similar features. Is he Harrison Ford's kid who went bad?
Say he looks
Han Solo's
like
kid?
young Harrison Ford. He's wearing a mask. So
You don't know what the character looks like, though? Adam Driver? He takes off the mask in one of the trailers. You see the back of him.
I actually haven't seen that. That's why I was
Adam.
curious
You haven't? Look up Adam Driver, and you'll kind of see. He look dark.
I figured that he
character.
wouldn't, because within even if Han Solo was to in his older things knock up somebody, I could see him being an absentee dad. But with Leia, I feel like he would be more in the child's life, where he would be able to have a mantle of being a menace with red sabers,
right?
People off in the woods.
Well, he might have somehow broke off, heard about his quote grandfather. Oh, my father was Darth Vader. I'm gonna do what he set out to do, type of thing. And also a big thing here is that Luke has been essentially non-existent in all of these trailers.
The very first one, he was like with the droid.
Right. Well, that's still only speculated. Right. Like we don't 100% know that that's Luke. You assume it's Luke. All right. So say that's Luke because they did show that
his
again.
Hand.
Yeah.
It all makes sense.
Other than that,
and it's R2. It's not like the whatever.
No, BB-8, ball droid, ball 8. No, yeah, that more than likely that shot when there's like a fire and then a robot hand, person in a cloak puts their hand on R2, assuming that is Luke.
Undoubtedly,
I always thought it was. But since then, and you haven't seen his face, Luke has not been shown or heard, except from in the second trailer that they showed at Star Wars Celebration when Luke does the overdub. My Force is strong. My family, my father has. Which was just from the Return of the Jedi. So, but these trailers since have not seen a lick of Luke. So people are wondering. A lot of idiots are on the Luke's Kylo Ren. He's gotta be. It's like, no, he's not Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren's played by Adam Driver. It's not Kylo Ren. Yeah, he's 63 with a freaking gut. So it's definitely not him. At least in my opinion, I'm pretty 98% sure.
Now, in the international trailer, you see Ridley in the woods holding a body of some kind.
Right.
And that's also you see Kylo Ren kind of chopping people up.
Yes.
Do you assume there's going to be a big death in this, or?
There could be a death. I mean, it's probably going to be a death. A lot of people have been assuming from the get-go that Han Solo's kicking it in this movie. Then a lot of people saw that she's crying over a body and thought it was Chewie because there's like hair. But then somebody did a video on YouTube that like examined it deep, and that hair seems to be bushes in the background. It's like one of these weird Bigfoot things. Yeah, it really is. And so a lot of people now have been speculating that you can see on the left side of the screen when she's crying over the body, it looks like Finn's jacket. So
it makes more sense to be Finn because
he might be a one and done character. He could easily be one done.
I feel like she wouldn't have such an emotional reaction to Chewbacca.
Well, a lot of people have said exactly that. That why would she be devastated over the dog?
Like someone else's dog.
Someone else's dog died.
Say, sorry to hear.
Yeah, sorry for your dog
give
loss.
a shit.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like maybe you'll exactly.
Like, You see your friends distraught, but
pat them on the back. Yeah, but you're not heartbroken over it, especially not not in one movie at least.
Especially a Wookiee, I mean.
Yeah. But so a lot of people are saying Finn. I mean, if Chewie dies, I'll be really fucking pissed if he dies in the first movie.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't kill the family dog.
Within a marketing perspective, too, he's a huge character.
Yeah, that's
costumes, toys, figurines.
Yeah.
You
Disney's
no schmo. Okay?
No, they gotta keep him around. Yeah,
dollar signs.
We gotta keep the profitable characters alive and well.
Nintendo killing off Pikachu.
Right. They're not doing it. There's profits there. Profits to be had, and they won't do it. So I think it's much more likely that it's either Harrison Ford or Finn. Han Solo. But even him, I don't know. Like, is he gonna croak? Is he gonna be in the next one? So we'll see. Hard to tell. But they're doing a good job of keeping everything pretty secret, and I'm going in pretty fresh, I think. So I'm going to go in and hopefully not know too much about this movie and just watch it as a movie and not be overly hyped. Right. It should be. No, I'm not going to go in overly hyped because a lot of people on the internet said, this is going to be the best movie ever, the most expensive. Like, I don't care about any about that. I'm going to go in hoping for a good movie and coming off the prequels, which obviously weren't. A lot of people hate. I'm constantly arguing on the internet that they're okay and mad. Everyone hates them.
Episode 1 is okay. Episode 3 is okay. Episode 2 is torture.
Yeah, me and Sean dislike Episode 2 the most, I'd say. Most people hate Episode 1, Phantom Menace, on the internet. That's like the one that people hate the most. With those Plinkett reviews, Yoren McDonald. Like, people hate that one. Because that was the big disappointing one. Because you came...
It had so much hype.
16 years since a Star Wars movie, then you get Jar Jar Binks stepping in the poopies. And, so people were expecting, grandiose, it's going to be insane. Do you see this trailer? And the trailer for that movie did look amazing.
You see this devil guy with a double saber.
Double saber. It's going to be insane. And you can't knock the battles. They were all good. Like, the lightsaber battle was awesome. Great score by John Williams. But otherwise, the movie fell pretty flat. It was pretty disappointing, I guess. But in my opinion, Episode 2 was even more disappointing. And Episode 3, I think, was a little bit more redeeming. Even though that can be a little boring at times.
It probably has the most powerful story of all of them.
Yeah, the sheer,
the demise of Anakin.
Right, that's where it all culminates. Like, he's going to become Darth Vader in this one. Everybody goes, so it has to be. And he's got to kill the children and everything.
It reminded me of it's going to be pretty open as far as no one's going to know what's going on, which is good.
Yeah, which is good.
Dark Knight, for example.
Right, go in fresh. Checks. Yeah.
So my question is the guy Daniel that died.
Oh yeah, so
they
did they had the Force for Daniel thing.
Did there was security people giving him cavity searches for recording equipment?
There was. What had happened was, let's go over the story for 1 sec. They had Force for Daniel, which was this guy Daniel Fleetwood, terminally ill with some sort of lung cancer. Apparently his lungs were 90% cancer at that point. He had doctors gave him 2 months to live in June, and his girlfriend and him said, hey, the last thing I want to do is watch this movie. Can it happen? And they had Mark Hamill and Daisy Ridley, all the characters tweeting out to get him to see this movie. Finally, JJ apparently went to his house and personally they came with like equipment and stuff, and they set it all up on his TV and made sure him and his girlfriend were the ones that were able to watch it, and he was able to watch it. And this was, I think, a couple days ago, last week, and then he died today. He actually died, so he was able to see the movie and die.
It's a good story.
He's one with the Force now.
And also, Disney would have avoided a PR disaster if he was to pass away without seeing it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Well, there was some jargon, and we were about to show it to him, but
yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like if this kid really only has a few days to live, and then they don't let him see it, and then he dies. You're gonna look really bad.
They kind of remind me of so Stephen King did this Dark Tower series,
right?
7 books, and I finished it. It took about a year to read it, and at the time, some books were 8-9 years apart, similar to Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it takes forever to write them.
They had people dying, people in prison, etc. Writing Stephen King, hey, I need to know what happens. I've been reading this my whole life,
right?
Were they disappointed? I mean, in my opinion.
Wait, they were disappointed?
No, I was. They had to be. Cause
why? Wait, because the 9-year.
Anyone reading it or?
Because the 9-year gap and they were just crappy.
Well, the first book was written in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
So the last book was written in the 2000s.
Oh
God! Long period.
Long haul. You had to wait.
And, Stephen King does what he wants. It's not like he has an agenda.
No.
Well, he's Sarah George R. R. Martin. He does what he wants.
Yeah, he does what he wants. He's got $100 million.
You're a biblical writer. You're at the point of fame, and as a writer, you can do whatever the hell you want.
It's all you at that point.
But
There's no one telling you what to do.
I mean, I'm not obviously going to divulge any information because if you're reading it, you can't. This is something that can't be spoiled. But
oh yeah, no, I'm not telling anybody to spoil, but you were
disappointed.
Okay.
And like HBO,
That was the newest.
Sony, they're into works of making a film score, but it's such a massive production that studio's very.
How many books were there in total?
7 books.
7 in total. And when the last one came out?
I want to say like 2003, 2000. I don't know a specific date, but in 2000.
Okay.
But first book's called The Gunslinger. It's a famous book. It's
amazing.
The first book's unreal.
I've never read any of them, but yeah.
I would be weary of getting into this journey
and then being real excited for the last couple books.
I certainly thought that the finale was utterly disappointing, but again, that's my own opinion.
It's opinion based. You might have people out there that like Phantom Menace.
Exactly.
And a lot of people like that fucking would rather hang themselves and watch that schlock or read that book. But
you don't really see it on TV. That's for certain. They're like, "Oh, Phantom Menace, click,"
No, you'll see the originals on like Spike. They'll have the their Star Wars kind of marathons, and
I think they did that, but it's after Disney. I haven't seen much of it.
I haven't seen them. I don't think.
I think Disney is like
true.
No more.
Yeah, they own most of the rights, so hard to say. Yeah, I know, but I mean, in the last, maybe before 2012, I guess maybe we were seeing that stuff. But I mean, we're coming on it. It's about 5 weeks away. Wait, it's December 18th is the date. We're 5 weeks away, man. So it's pretty epic.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be some.
Yeah, so hopefully we're not fucking terribly disappointed like so many people were in 1999. Yeah, but hey, I listen. I wasn't
that disappointed.
No, we were kids. We were in middle school, so
11 years old.
Yeah, I was 11 years old, so nope.
So when I get a little older,
I didn't even realize people hated the prequels until maybe a few years ago. I knew people didn't think they were as good as the originals, but I didn't realize like people like hated them. I started to realize when my older cousin, he was talking about getting a stormtrooper. He's like 41 now. He's talking about getting a stormtrooper like helmet on his like chest or whatever, on his like stomach. I was like, oh cool. I was like, yeah. And then I mentioned the prequels. He's like, what? He's like, oh, those aren't even movies to me. And I was like, oh. And then I kind of started realizing that like there's a whole group of people that like absolutely hate them, like not just like dislike them, but like call them the worst movies ever. And I don't go that far, like, but maybe because I grew up with them.
They're not like, oh my god, I'm gonna gorge my eyeballs out.
Yeah, like people call them the worst. I think it's just trendy internet talk that people call them that. But I mean, I know that they're they were not the best made movies, and the plot was shitty, and the script was sloppy, and George Lucas probably shouldn't have directed. And all he had too much creative control. That's for sure.
It's like when Tyson was finished. He got one last payday.
Let me get that one last payday. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna fight Lennox Lewis. I'm gonna fight that other guy. It's tough.
So what do you think about this? The Warcraft movie coming out.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I'm not a big World of Warcraft guy. I played EverQuest. I played as far MMORPGs go. I played a little EverQuest. Played a little Diablo. A little Star Wars Galaxies. But World of Warcraft's the big one, right? I mean, World of Warcraft you'd say is the king of the MMORPGs.
I played it at stints,
Oh, did you?
A couple months here or there. Not recently, but it was a relatively cool game.
No, I know. I've seen people play it. Like, it's not really like graphics strong. It's more like gameplay good, right? People love it for the gameplay.
No, it's just a massive. It's 12, 15 races you could play.
Right, you get
the amount of cities.
Elf and
absurd
goblins, orcs. Yeah, all the good stuff.
I did everything from necromancers, mages, warriors, paladins.
No, it looks like the gameplay is really solid on it. I've never played it. I mean, it's been around for years.
I read about it was Robin Williams was a huge Warcraft player.
Was he?
And when he passed away, they made like a in-game statue.
Oh, get out of here! He's
his character or what have you.
Oh, wait, he played, so he had a character in there.
He was a huge player.
Oh, get out of here!
Blizzard was because he was one of their famous fans.
Of course,
he even did a commercial for them.
Did he? Oh my god!
So they, as a homage to him being like a huge fan, huge player, they made like an in-game memoriam for him. So you can go somewhere in the World of Warcraft universe.
And pay a little.
And people, you could leave flowers, and they have a kind of like Lincoln in DC, you know.
Oh yeah.
In the Warcraft universe, they have like a homage to Robin
Yeah,
Williams.
and you go there and you pay your respects and then chat with other people, like looking at the statue.
It's the first
game.
thing it's kind of doing, where it's like a fictional universe, but
right,
they're
and
memoriam, you know, real human
in memoriam
beings.
of a real
But
person.
I found that to be like a classy move.
Yeah, no, definitely, especially. Hey, listen, that guy was world renowned. I love Robin Williams.
But this is the thing. It's like you would think it'd be a animated thing, but
Well, yeah, this movie was announced a long time ago. I guess it was in development hell. I think it says right here it was first announced in 2006, and I guess I remember that vaguely, and then nothing after. I mean, you've heard so much like Dungeons and Dragons movie, and then this
even Magic
the Gathering. I mean, constantly. I mean, I was hearing about a Magic the Gathering movie since like the year 2000. So I mean, this stuff's been in development hell, but now it looks like this movie's actually happening.
I think these finally were content with the technology too, because they came out in 2006. It was probably be garbage.
Yeah, the CGI would probably be a little sketchy. I mean, but hey, listen, Revenge of the Sith was 2005, and that was good at CG. But maybe they didn't have the budget.
2003, 2004, they came out with Dungeons and Dragons movie with Marlon Wayans. I don't know, that was other characters. And
Yeah, they did.
Shit.
Oh my god, I didn't watch that junk.
And that's the thing is, if Warcraft came out then, it would have been.
It would have been that.
It would have been similar. It would have been a shitty
Oh my
fucking
god.
movie. But I think now with the technology, they finally realized we can do what the idea was and not make it look like a piece of complete
Oh my
shit.
god, it's got 10% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, it was Jeremy Irons, Marlon Wayans.
I just remember.
Oh my god, it's a long time ago. This is 2000.
I remember why. Maybe 10 years ago, give or take.
10% on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see what the
It was on the
consensus is.
Sci-Fi Channel.
Critics say this movie has a cheap look and is badly directed, despite the presence of talented actors. The performances are really bad, and additionally, some people are offended at Marlon Wayans' character, calling it a racist throwback to black stereotypes. Wow, that's really bad.
I just remember watching on Sci-Fi Channel, like cable reruns 10 years after the fact, and I'm like, this movie sucks.
This movie sucks.
You know, you're like, oh,
I remember they made it. I mean,
Dungeons and Dragons is such a cool premise, and it kind of
Sure.
from the Tolkien universe.
oh yeah, again, it's fun.
It's influenced everything. But if you're making that in the year 2000 with
Yeah.
CGI elements, it can't be fucking good.
Yeah, the CGI was probably terrible in it. The budget was only $35 million. Oh, probably awful. I didn't see it.
I saw parts of it on cable, and it was horrendous. I might have watched it for half an hour.
Yeah, it's a 1-star movie, man. People hate this thing, but yeah, I remember that.
Warcraft was smart to avoid that route. 'Cause
Right.
If they came out with something in 2006, it would have been very similar.
Sure, and they have an actual budget. They've got a budget of $100 million. So, who's produced by a bunch of Duncan Jones is directing it. Based by, but yeah, I mean, they'll probably do it all right. You know, it's hard to say though. I mean, they could easily screw this up.
I mean, I'll watch it. I played the games. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, story by Chris Metzen. He's nice. Well, the story's by the game designer. I don't know. We'll see.
It's it's secondary.
Yeah, the director did the movie Moon. Moon was actually a good movie. So, and he
Moon.
did source code. Yeah, 2009. It was
I must have missed that.
It's a good one. It's got good reviews actually. It's yeah, that was a good one. But so we'll see. Like how this turns out. But
Well,
I'm
another
interested.
take I found pretty interesting is Deadpool will be the first, but DC's following suit with a rated R Joker animated movie.
Oh wait, are they really doing a rated R Joker?
Well, it's animated.
Oh, animated. Yeah.
But it's called The Killing Joke, which is one of the famous Joker stories, and that's when he paralyzes Barbara Gordon.
Oh my god.
So
Jim Gordon's daughter.
Shoots her in the spine.
Right,
It's very
right.
dark, sinister flick. There's a point where like Gordon's naked, chained up, being like tortured.
Yeah,
by
this
the
is
Joker.
so they're really doing. Yeah, this is gonna be
So
not safe
that-
for children at all.
It will never be on Netflix or anything of that magnitude. But you see Deadpool being rated R, so
Right.
starting to finally.
But that's a good
see
choice, though.
That they're catering
To the
adult audiences.
right, because now you have this. Because before it was like to make say Batman 1989, rated R, even though that movie was very dark.
Tim Burton has dark elements. So.
Right, and that movie was dark, but to make that movie rated R, no way. What are you crazy? Like half the base is children, right? But nowadays you have a lot of these like adult nerds, like these man children. I mean, there's a whole world of them out
Go to
there.
any Comic-Con, millions of people.
Right, so there's a huge adult base that is kind of craving the more. Gory, violent intenseness of the comic book world. When these more graphic novels, to maybe get that portrayed on the silver screen, for that to happen. So now that I think that the studios are kind of realizing, well, I think there's a market to actually do this kind of shit,
It's
and
just
for it to be profitable.
Now. We're seeing the very beginning of it.
Just growing now, like you said, like with that, starting with Deadpool, and that'll probably do really well.
So you'll never see a rated R Avengers because it's a cash cow Iron Man that's for children.
Right. No, that's supposed to be for general appeal. Like, you probably won't see a rated R Star Wars neither. Because it is such a general appeal, there's no need for it.
But, for example, like a Carnage down the road, like a Spider-Man,
right. Something like that can go that dark and gritty and, violent and bloody and gory and be rated R and be warranted for that. There's kind of no need for that in some of the other stuff like the Avengers or Star Wars. Or like an Ant-Man, you probably won't see. Maybe, but like you won't see. There's no need for like a Captain America to be rated R or a Thor to be rated R. But Deadpool warrants it. I mean, even if you were to make a Wolverine movie rated R,
Oh, you could do something with Magneto, like starting the Holocaust.
You could do something like really heavy and intense nowadays.
Even like a Punisher, for example, is a vigilante.
Yeah, sure.
But you see the very beginnings of it. So if it's a commercial success, which I'm sure it will be.
Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Deadpool will be a great
success. I think it was great. And Mark Hamill also is reprising the role.
Is he? No way. He's going to be the Joker for this?
But, I guess the paycheck was right. He's like, I'll do it again. But Mark Hamill is doing the voice. They're in production now. Well,
wow.
Production, it's animated, so.
Yeah, pre-production, whatever. Principal.
The bills are paid. It's production. Mark Hamill.
Mark Hamill's check has cleared. All systems go.
Whatever it was,
got his cool
$600,000.
Yeah, his cool big 6-figure check.
Like 1 week in the studio.
Yeah, so.
Let's say the movie's an hour and a half, hour 20 minutes.
Yeah, you figure hour and 20 minutes, fine.
So it takes him a week.
Yeah.
10 days in the studio.
10 days in the studio, day after day.
Let's say you get $60,000 a day.
From he'll probably go into the studio from 10 miles away from his house in Calabasas or wherever he lives.
They're going in. It's definitely in California.
Yeah, he lives on the PCT, so.
Well, Marvel actually relocated in, I think, the early 90s to California. He used to, obviously, was a New York institution with Stan Lee and such, but.
Sure, but no, all that recording and shit is done in LA.
80s, early 90s, they did relocate to California.
Yeah, well, when Stan Lee sold it, and then, because now it's belongs to Disney.
All these relic comic guys, they were all New Yorkers.
They're all New Yorkers. Stan Lee,
I think Kirby,
Bob Kane. They were all really. Although Bob Kane might have been Chicago. Let's check that. Bob Kane is.
I know the Superman guys were as well.
They were New Yorkers.
Yeah, all Jewish.
That's why they're all Jewish and from New York. Because all that was based. Metropolis.
A
New
lot
York.
of the comics just have it.
Yeah, Bob Kane was from New York. Yeah, they were all New York,
New York post World War II.
Post-war, exactly. And comic books were intended to kind of sell advertisements to children at that time anyway. So you had these guys just whipping up these ideas. Hey, Stan, we need a new fresh idea. Well, how about a man that looks like a spider? It's sold. It's gold, Jerry.
Well, the funny thing was he actually did that. He was about to quit.
Right.
And he's like, you know what? I think it was Amazing Fantasy was the name of the comic. I'm just going to throw in this character. He was rejected by the whatever bigwigs. And he's like, I'm going to quit. I don't care.
Yeah.
His wife's like, do what you want. You made this character.
He's still with his wife, too.
He just threw the Spider-Man there, and the reaction was tremendous.
Yeah,
so then it made its own issue. But the amount of characters he created is just...
He created so many. See, the funny thing about Spider-Man was that when he originally pitched Spider-Man, they were like, oh, no, people can't relate to spiders. They don't like spiders. They want to step on them. And then Stan Lee said, no, we made it relatable and made it like a normal guy. And if you look at Peter Parker in the comics, he's like a normal kid. He's got
nerdy guy.
He's got acne. He's bad with girls and all this stuff. And all that's mentioned.
He's good at science.
Yeah, exactly. He's like the quintessential little nerd kid, kind of an everyman.
Bruce Wayne's like, oh, look, millionaire playboy.
Right, millionaire playboy, friggin' amazing life.
Peter Parker's like his parents. He's orphaned.
He's an orphan.
He was his uncle.
Uncle Matt.
Queens, so
right.
He's not in the city. He's
in
Queens
in the bungalow.
Expressway.
Yeah, exactly. Some dingy,
gas
2-bedroom apartment. Yeah, exactly.
His Korean neighbors.
What you do here? Yeah, but right, and that
it did make him a relatable character.
Sure, absolutely.
It's been very endearing. Spider-Man is kind of one of the faces of Marvel institution.
Absolutely.
It's bigger than...
And then just keep going. I mean, the Hulk, Fantastic Four, X-Men. I mean, that's huge.
X-Men's my personal Marvel favorite when it comes to
Me too.
a specific
Me too.
group, story arc.
When it comes to Marvel X-Men is my go-to.
They had cooler villains.
Wolverine
cooler
in particular, yeah.
I was a big Magneto fan, and
yeah, Professor X.
But even like the villains and the Xavier, it had a really cool dynamic.
Sure. Oh yeah.
And the mutants weren't just like, hey, I got superpowers.
I loved Spider-Man too. My least favorite of all those was the Fantastic Four, and that movie. That movie in the summer was friggin'
Oh, we already
awful.
We already berated.
No, we berated that for like a half an hour.
It's dead. No one's actually resurrected.
No, we put it. We stomped on its grave.
When it goes on DVD, it's not even gonna be a commercial. It's gonna be a DVD release.
Yeah, it's gonna be right into the big bargain bucket.
Bin, yeah, exactly. Push right in.
Right, direct to DVD bargain bin.
You buy a game, it's like free.
Yeah, free with the free game.
Free
Fantastic
movie,
Four.
exactly.
What the fuck were they thinking with that thing? But
it's dead.
Yeah,
they're supposed to make it too, but
nah. Why would they?
I think everyone in that movie's career degressed. And
Definitely,
they're done. They're
like
Michael, you were in that.
I know Michael B. Jordan's doing Apollo still, but
he was actually in some like Call of Duty commercials. And
yeah.
I guess he's like an appealing blackface. Like, kind of pushed.
He's a good actor. It's just that that movie was. What is he say? Oh my God! Look what Toby Kebbell said about Fantastic Four yesterday. He says, "quote It actively affects my career," meaning how bad it was.
Which one was Toby Kebbell?
Doctor Doom.
Yeah, I mean that was.
He was in Toby Kebbell. He played who was the bad monkey in the Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
He's the gorilla guy.
Not the main one. Not Caesar.
Caesar's
not Caesar. Koba.
He played Koba.
Toby Kebbell played Koba, and he also played Doctor Doom. And it actively affects my career. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you get on a project. It's freaking garbage, or just poorly, put together.
See, Planet of the Apes, I thought it was all right. I like both.
Sure, me too.
I like both.
Absolutely. In fact, what was the Rise of the Planet of the Apes? Was the what was the big one? Was the most recent one? Because there was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and then Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, Rise would be the second one. And I actually like that James Franco was removed. He kind of took away from the movie, I thought.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
He's kind of annoying.
No, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was a more recent one.
I thought they were well done, and I was a fan of the originals.
Yeah, or at least the first one.
There's some cool ones, like Underground, it's like mutant.
That's like
guys.
the third one. And then there was even a TV show.
There was about 5 of them, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the guy's name? Rooney, a famous dude from the originals.
You mean Charlton Heston?
Well, yeah, the ape.
Oh, beats me. I only know the first movie. I know Dr. Zaius and all that. I know the original Planet of the Apes.
This is something that's done right. If you look at the Mark Wahlberg, it was complete shit.
Oh man, yeah. The funny thing is, I'll watch that movie when it's on TV, just to watch it. But it's shitty. Yeah, it's not good. Like I'd much rather watch the 1968 version.
Oh yeah, the Mark Wahlbergs don't watch it. It's like they just forget it. It's like King Kong. They
throw it out. Yeah, now that movie
They have big plans for that as well.
The girl was hot.
Oh yeah, like the slave woman.
Yeah, she's like a model. But other than that, the movie was tough to watch with the end.
I do remember the hot slave. I was like, oh shit, she's hot.
Yeah, but the worst part of the movie is at the very end when he goes back to his planet and it's actually like Earth, like it's Washington D.C., but it's like Ape Washington D.C. and he sees the Abraham Lincoln Monument and it's actually Abraham Lincoln. It's an ape. Oh, it's so ridiculous.
It sounds like a Simpsons episode.
Yeah, it's like a Simpsons.
Like a parody.
Yeah, exactly. Like something that they would parody in Treehouse of Horror because it was just so shitty. But that movie's duty.
Swept under the rug. Like this Fantastic Four will be redone. Just remember this movie being like.
Yeah, you think they're just sweeping this under the rug and they're gonna redo it entirely?
These characters are not gonna make a sequel. They're just gonna.
No. How could they?
They're gonna bite their, take their losses and just move on.
Wait, what did it get on Rotten Tomatoes? I want to see. I was just looking at it. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes got 90%. Rise of the Planet of the Apes got 68%. 10% for Fantastic Four.
Yeah, you're running the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
It's got the same rating. Dull and downbeat. This Fantastic Four proves a woefully misguided attempt to translate a classic comic series.
We already beat this to death, so we'll.
Yeah, I mean it was just because the thing is like they tried to do the dark and serious tone thing, and bro, you don't do that with a guy that like stretches and like come on.
And yet you want action, but there was none.
Yeah, it was just so cold and humorless and like bleak and just shitty. Poorly done, but yeah. So that's that. And so as for Warcraft, you looking forward to it? It's gonna be released next June 2016.
I'm more looking forward to the X-Men DC stuff.
Oh sure, yeah. So like Warcraft is a movie like maybe you'll see if you have nothing to do that weekend.
I'll see it. I'm not gonna see it opening weekend or.
Nah, I probably won't either.
It's 50-50 if I take it, but
yeah.
X-Men starting to develop with details.
I think this Warcraft will do better than Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't think this is gonna be getting just based on the idea that the story is not done by a real screenwriter, and just on that alone, I don't know how good this is gonna do, or like how well it's gonna be received. So
essentially,
Toby Kebbell, yeah, Toby Kebbell's
Apocalypse.
Toby Kebbell's gonna be in the Warcraft movie too. That's funny. Doctor Doom, he's gonna be in the Warcraft movie too. He's on the list here.
He's flops and he's officially retired from Hollywood.
Throw him out. You better watch what kind of movies you attach yourself to, because he's already coming off that stinker, and now he's gambling with this. Toby Kebbell as Dorotan, an orc. Oh, well, because he does the motion capture thing. So, an orc who is the lead protagonist for the Horde. Dorotan is the noble chieftain of the exiled Frostwolf clan, battling to save his people and his family from the vengeful Shadow Council and their destruction of their world. So, that's
Apocalypse. I mean, again, story arcs have changed for the movie purposes. Some of your Star Wars canon.
Sure.
Like Days of Futures Past, which I thought was very well done.
I love that movie.
Fassbender and McAvoy.
Unbelievable.
So
yeah,
good.
I love them as the two of them.
And
they coming back? What are they?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, yeah, they're both really good.
Essentially, they're kind of getting rid of the original crap, the 2000s. I mean, Wolverine and such. A couple of them.
Hey, listen, X2 is a good movie. X2's a good movie.
I don't agree with you full-heartedly.
I mean, they're making them better now, but if it wasn't for X-Men, you wouldn't have these big budget X-Men was the first of the big budget superhero movies. Yeah, X-Men, and then you had Spider-Man. Spider-Man was summer 2001.
Honestly, the Maguire versions were better than the James Garfield.
Yeah, I agree there. Sure.
The James Garfields are just.
Well, that's why they're not making a third. That they're not finishing it.
Kind of lame.
That last one wasn't that good at all. The second one, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
The Green Goblin, they did so poorly.
Yeah.
He's such a cool
yeah. And then Jamie Foxx? You couldn't remember my name, Spider-Man.
The Green Goblin was better.
James Franco.
The one where his father, the guy who was in Boondock Saints, famous actor.
Oh, you talk about what's his name? Not Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel, no.
Do what you want with her, then drop her fast.
He is a good pimp in Taxi.
In Taxi Driver, yeah.
Fantastic.
Harvey Keitel, right? No.
Not in Spider-Man. That's like Seinfeld's Dennis Hoffman in Star Wars. Of course, Harvey Keitel is not in Spider-Man. What kind of?
Oh, the other guy. Friggin', who am I thinking of?
He's in Boondock Saints. He's a cross-dresser.
I know. William Dafoe. William Dafoe and Harvey Keitel are kind of similar. Please, not that weird.
It's a very strange comparison.
I think they're kind of similar.
But anyway,
yeah,
he did was a much better Green Goblin than
the
later version.
Yeah,
14 years later,
much better.
They did a horrendous job, but
much better. Yeah, no. You know what? There's a meme on the internet that goes around saying why hasn't William Dafoe played the Joker? And they like Photoshop him looking like the Joker, and it's true. He
does have like a sinister grin to him.
I'll put this on the page.
He has like a very teethy smile.
Like peep this picture. See. But the William Dafoe really does look like the Joker there. So
the maniacal laugh, the facial structure, completely on point.
Totally works.
I just don't know if he has the acting chops to pull off such a epic role
for the Joker. Oh, I think he could do it. Come on, he did really good with.
He had to be an older Joker. I mean, at this point.
Yeah, right. Well, sure, like a Joker in his late. But a lot of the Jokers that you've seen in the comics were a bit older. They weren't like young Joker.
Well, Leto, I think is going to do awesome.
Yeah, he'll do a good job.
There's an interesting story I read that so Will Smith. So the film was about 6 months long. Did in Toronto,
right.
A couple other spots.
Right.
And he said he never actually met Jared Leto.
Right. He only met the Joker.
So he said he's a character actor, and he was a Joker for 6 months.
Right. He stayed in character the whole time.
Margot Robbie
was actually afraid of him.
Beautiful. She literally was like, he creeped me out. Me out hard. He was a complete freak.
Yeah, she said apparently she was scared of him during filming.
So this only means I'm very excited for this.
Promising. Very promising.
I'm most excited for upcoming
2016
comic flicks.
Yeah, I would say that too. To that Suicide Squad or maybe
Batman Superman's gonna be awesome, and then they got
I think I
X-Men.
want. Yeah, I don't know if I want Civil War more or Batman v Superman. I'm not sure.
Well, you know me, I'm more of a DC guy.
You're more of a DC guy, so I'm on the fence. I think they'll all be all right.
I want to see all of them in the theaters. That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like Warcraft, Lost Sphere theaters, 50-50 chance.
Yeah, it'll probably get a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, but at least that's better than the 10% that Dungeons and Dragons got.
Or, as we said, Final Fantasy. But, no, this X-Men
Fantastic
looks
Four.
pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty star-studded cast.
Yeah, the Apocalypse. Yeah,
So
it's looking good
there's
here.
a rumor that came out that was pretty much, said it was accurate. So Hugh Jackman was not supposed to be in the movie. However, he was spotted on set in Montreal. And 20th Century Fox didn't confirm it, but all the evidence is there.
But is he gonna be doing like a cameo like he did in
So yeah,
for X-Men First Class?
Essentially, what I'm thinking might be like a flashback sequence or something.
Yeah, that could work.
Like he's not gonna be a main character, but they might flash back. To
Right. They have a lot of characters in this movie, Apocalypse, by the way.
And they're rehashing a lot of the main guys.
Yeah, we've got
Cyclops,
Mystique.
Jean Grey,
Yeah, exactly.
Storm.
Oh, Channing
Jubilee will be in
Tatum.
it.
Yeah, Channing Tatum is Gambit. Who's playing
I'm not sure
Jubilee?
if
Is this and
It's an Asian girl. Her name's Lana Condor.
okay?
She was
Yeah,
in
Lana
Bronson
Condor,
and
Jubilee.
New
Okay.
Actress.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she'll be playing Jubilee. That works good.
The other guy,
the
Nicholas
kid
Hoult,
Evan
he did
Peters.
he
Yeah, I
did-
mean,
he did a decent beast. He was big in Mad
Yeah.
Max.
right. Yeah, he was in Mad Max. He was one of the Mad Max's kids, right, or whatever.
And Jennifer
white-faced
Lawrence,
kids.
she's gonna be a big factor in the movie, but she bothers me is Mystique generally in the X-Men kind of universe. She's big, but they portray her bigger than she is.
They're portraying her like huge. She's really more of a side character, like how she was in X-Men. More of a minion.
She's more
X-Men,
of
the first movie.
Magneto's kind of
Minion, yeah,
side,
sidekick,
associate.
whatever, yeah, exactly, like maybe a personal assassin type of thing. But yeah, so now we have this kid Ty Sheridan as Cyclops. He's pretty young. Let's see how young this kid is.
Hey, he looks like
18,
12-year-old.
18 years old. Yeah, another one born in '96.
Sophie Turner, smoke show.
Yeah,
she took over
smoke show, yeah,
Game of Thrones.
yeah, 19
Sansa
years old.
Stark.
Right,
So but she has the red hair. Perfect Jean Grey cast.
she'll be good.
And Olivia Munn, Cyclops. There you go, Cyclops.
Psylocke, yeah, she'll
Perfect.
be Psylocke.
But I really think the main figures, as we see in the other movies,
And
is
I asked-
Fassbender and
right.
McAvoy. They're perfect duo.
Oh, I love them as Magneto.
They're
and
going to be the
X-Force.
driving force of the movie.
Yeah,
This
they're the big
movie,
shots.
Xavier's finally the Xavier we know.
He's gonna be finally
Bald
crippled and bald.
Bald in a wheelchair.
They shaved his head for this movie, yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll be crippled and bald,
So
just
he's
the way we like him.
But he's the Xavier that I know and
Yeah.
that I grew up with.
Yeah. So that'll be good. And Oscar Isaac from the new Star Wars, I believe, is playing Apocalypse. He's on the list, so he'll be playing him. And
Apocalypse to me could have made his look a little cooler.
yeah, I had issues with it, and I hope they've changed it since.
So yeah,
people
he does have the
complained
Pharaoh look, but
about it. Yeah.
he just looks incessantly strange and not as realistic. I mean, yeah, it's mutants and etc. Realism's on secondary,
right.
but I thought they could have polished his look a little bit.
So do I. I felt like he looked more like Ivan Ooze than he did
Well, that was
Apocalypse.
that famous. If he was purple, it's
There was a meme of it.
yes, I've seen it. It's but if he was purple, it would Ivan Ooze on the
Yeah, but he practically was though. Like I have this still here. It looks like friggin' Ivan Ooze. Like peep this.
Nice. That's the picture.
That's the shot.
That's the Ivan
And he
Ooze
looks
shot.
like Ivan Ooze. Like
Speaking of, there is talks that they want to make like a modern Power Rangers.
I think
movie.
they're doing it. Yeah, I think they're doing it.
I don't know if it might still be in development, But this is gonna be a huge. This is Fox's big fucking movie, 2016. Like,
Oh, yeah,
100%.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
2016, there's a lot of big stuff coming out. So Star Wars is kind of what we've been focusing on, but within the comic book standpoint,
But in the comic book
there's
world,
a lot going on.
There's plenty going on, yeah, and there's a lot of movies that.
So what did you see about this Spectre?
Oh, well.
Kinda, it's got interesting. Cause some reviews are like my personal friends have said it was good. They generally liked it.
I haven't even seen it yet, but I did hear mixed reviews. Like the problem is that you're coming off of Skyfall, which was really good. Casino Royale was really good. Quantum of Solace, not so much.
See, I saw Skyfall on a bus in Argentina.
How'd
So
you like it? That's
it
a
was
good place to
dubbed.
see it.
I'm on a bus.
Oh, it was dubbed.
It was like dubbed.
Yeah, Los Estados. Yeah, I know. It was Spanish subtitles.
A crowded bus going through the Andes Mountains.
Oh wait, so it was Spanish subtitle, but it was Spanish.
No, it was in English, Spanish subtitles.
Oh, so you were able to watch it then?
But I'm watching on a bus. You're watching a Greyhound. Going through the Andes Mountains.
It's funny.
People sneezing and
Yeah.
it wasn't the most.
Well, I watched that in theaters and I really enjoyed it.
So I saw 2/3 of it, but I didn't.
Yeah.
I stopped in the middle of Argentine border to get like a sandwich.
Oh.
But it was okay.
No, Skyfall I thought was very good, and a lot of people kind of thought that Spectre was going to be another big epic one, and they're kind of like, it was all right. You know, I'll probably go see it this weekend.
I'll tell you one fact. Well, it got on IMDb, it got 4.5 stars, which is
I don't know if it's deserving of that.
7.3 out of 10 is not. It's a fairly strong rating.
Let's see, it's Spectre. Let's see what Rotten Tomatoes give.
And I like Christopher Waltz, Glorious Bastards, Django.
Oh yeah.
German actor, fantastic.
Yeah, no, he's good. It got 63% on Rotten Tomatoes right now. That might change. Spectre's Nudge, Daniel Craig's rebooted, Bond.
So, from what I've read, this essentially is the end of the Daniel Craig. He said he's not doing another Bond
Yeah, I think
movie.
he's done. Yeah, he's done
And
after
when
this.
he's doing the press tours, he's like, I'm over it. Fuck this. Done. A friend of mine mentioned this French woman who's super hot, unbelievable. So her name's Leia Seydoux.
Okay.
She plays Madeline Swan. And from what I heard, just breathtaking, unbelievable, super hot. But as usual, in the Bond girl fashion, they don't go easy on that. They make sure there's always a smoke show prevalent.
Naturally.
But I will see it at some point. I don't know if I'll see it in the theaters.
Yeah, no, I'll peep it. I mean, I'm a fan of the Bond movies, the Daniel Craig's, all the more recent ones, the Pierce Brosnans since the '90s, and all the originals. I mean, they're always on TV. You could change a channel and probably get one of them, whether it be Thunderball or Moonraker or Diamonds Are Forever or one of the GoldenEye or something. Octopussy is a good one. So they're all always on. So, and I've been watching them for years, I'm interested in see Spectre. Like, hearing that it's not as good as Skyfall, a little disappointing, but Skyfall was really good. So, I'm gonna go in not expecting an insane movie. I'm gonna go in expecting a good movie, and hopefully I'll get that. And
want action,
yeah,
kind of British banter,
right? You should be you'd be satisfied, from what I understand.
So there's actually been 9 different James Bonds.
Yes.
So it's a pretty impressive number if you think about.
Let me see if I can name them all. You got Sean Connery, you got Roger Moore, George Lazenby, Pierce Brosnan, Daniel Craig. That's 5. I'm missing 4.
Correct.
I said Roger Moore. I said George Lazenby. I don't know. I couldn't even name it.
David Nevin.
That was a James Bond. That was probably the one from
movie,
the Casino, the original.
Casino Royale.
That's the original one. I don't even count that.
Christopher Casanova.
Okay, I don't even know who that is.
You said Tiffany Dalton, George Lazenby.
Oh yeah, Roger Dalton, right?
So I mean, it's pretty much the longest tendered action movie.
Yeah, I mean, how many? 26 movies.
53 years.
James Bond's got away with this 26 times.
If you look at it, there's no other movie franchise 53 years, 26 movies.
No.
And let's say they come out with 2 Bonds movies every decade or so. They'll probably come out, they gotta get a new Bond, a new look, rehash it for the times.
Right.
But they'll be making Bonds movies for. They're gonna make 100. They're gonna make another 50.
It's a formula that you could just do again and again and again and again.
I'll tell you something. I prefer Bonds and the Mission Impossibles, to be honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
Like,
I prefer the Bonds to
British
Mission
Spy
Impossible.
is a little more cooler than like Tom Cruise.
Than just Tom Cruise jumping on. Although Tom Cruise does do crazy stunts during those movies. Although I haven't seen the newest one.
It didn't get bad reviews.
I heard it got good. I got that's a movie I got to see, and I also have to see Terminator Genesis. Those are 2 movies from the summer I didn't get to see.
Yeah, Genesis got shit reviews.
I still have to watch the ruin.
Terminator 3 people hated it, or Terminator with a Christian Bale one.
Oh yeah, Salvation. Terminator Proclamation.
Unbelievable, but they weren't bad.
Oh, Proclamation you saw?
Not
Salvation, the Christian Bale one. I didn't see it.
It was okay. I saw it on TV.
Yeah, I saw the third. The third one, it's mediocre. I mean, my favorite is obviously the first and the second.
I think the second's
second's my favorite.
The best,
Judgment Day.
The Guns N' Roses tracks. It's it's so fucking good.
Yeah, they're in the background.
Quintessential, awesome '90s flick.
That's a good '90s flick. I think that's 1990 on the dot, and that's a good, or maybe '92. But that's a good flick there. And
that was like Guns N' Roses in its prime. Before they, like Axl Rose went off the deep end.
Right, like glam rock in the late '80s, early '90s.
So we'll do a little finishing off with the retro food of the week.
Oh yeah, we'll do our segment, the retro food of the week, and what's it going to be this week, Sean?
So I remember these We'll do like a two-parter. But I remember this.
We'll do two-parter, yeah.
Shark fruit snacks, and they had like a little.
The Shark Bites fruit snacks.
Shark bites. There you go.
Yeah.
And they had like a plate. They had also one with it was like airplane setup. With like fighter jets, similar sharks.
I know of those, but I was much more familiar with the Shark Bites.
If you look at the structure of a shark and a jet, they're pretty similar.
So you didn't have to change the mold too much.
You got fins, you got wings. You know, they look alike completely.
Yeah, but the Shark Bites. See, I like my favorite. I think flavor of the Shark Bites, which were a staple in your lunch in the '90s. You know, you had your juice box, your sandwich. And you know, maybe some sort of snack, and the Shark Bites fruit snacks were certainly a possible addition to your lunch. My favorite, I think, flavor of them was the white colored ones. What flavor was the white colored ones?
Interesting. I'm not sure.
I don't remember. They I thought those were my favorites. So they were opaque colored. You know how most fruit snacks are like kind of gelatin, you kind of see through it, but they're like a white one.
That's a good perfect noun. They were opaque. The white, yeah. I wonder what flavor. It doesn't.
I remember them being good.
They were good. No, they were excellent.
They were good.
It's weird as you said you saw something on Amazon. They're like $50.
Yeah. You get them on Amazon right now. It's like $70. Yeah, like it's like a 10-pack. So you get a lot of them, but
they had been released.
Re-release?
Maybe they still make them, but just in such a small quantity that their availability is like nil.
Maybe. Let me see. Shark Bites. I mean, I don't see them in the.
They're still selling them on Amazon. They're not.
Well, yeah, but they have Dunkaroos on Amazon too, and they don't make those no more, right? Because I'm looking right now. It says. Oh, you might be able to get Shark Bites. They might be still around.
I've never seen them in a retail store.
Yeah, I guess they still make them because the design is a little different. But or maybe these are like, maybe they were making them 5 years ago or something. Dunkaroos, but they're still considered.
You could eat them without getting violently ill.
Yeah, I mean they're considered like a '90s. Yeah, look, I'm looking at the Dunkaroos, and one of the top question is: are these expired or actually fresh? Please only answer if you have purchased. And then they were like, they tasted very stale. People who actually purchased them. Yeah.
If you ever look at the Amazon ratings.
Definitely not what I remember from my childhood.
The Haribo gummy bears.
Oh, yeah. Well, they still make the Haribo gummy bears.
Look up the Amazon.
What? Don't they have like a, what? They have a huge gummy? Or
It's like a famous meme, or people went away with it.
Oh, you talk about the reviews?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody diarrhea. Give this to your worst enemy.
Yeah.
Or the hot, there's like 600 reviews of like violent, nasty shit.
Right.
And it's hilarious because they're actually pretty good gummy bears.
Yeah, they're good gummy. Let me see.
For some reason,
people chose this to be.
People chose this to read this. You could find one to read. Just to give the people an example, but. It went like wildfire.
It was great for explosive diarrhea or something. Like if you like red color number 5, these are for you. There's a mad ridiculous reviews on it.
There's like 600 of them.
Yeah. Have aliens tested the bears given the warning on the packet about the gastrointestinal consequences of eating a product not of Earth? Well, it's a well-known fact that it goes on.
But it's funny that this meme.
Here's one. I have seen the face of God. Better than Master Cleanse.
It goes this whole like bowel movement.
Yeah. Opens up a portal to hell in your ass. Don't eat the whole thing in one sitting.
It's funny because they just show and like
somebody put 5-star with the word good and then in parentheses, sorry for my bad English. All they wrote was the word good. Could be used as torture information from terrorists. Yeah, I mean the reviews are ridiculous.
It's like they caught on wildfire. Like let's just
see you in hell, Haribo sugar-free gummy bears.
It's great. Someone showed me that. I'm like, this can't be.
Yeah. I had seen this once before too. The people.
I mean, I haven't eaten them in a long time, but
I have them every so often.
They're not bad.
I'll probably buy some and I'll snibble on them.
I'm not gonna purchase them myself.
Ate half the bag, no explosive diarrhea, waste of $12. Like they wanted explosive diarrhea.
They're persona. And to finish off was the Lunchables pizza.
And the Lunchables pizza was a quality. I don't know if they make. I would assume they still do.
They have to.
But yeah, because that was like you had your regular like a turkey, then the bologna, ham and turkey, and then you had the pizza one. And the pizza one was simple. You make your own pizza. It was like little pita bread.
It was like kind of a cracker-ish crust.
It was kind of like, to me, it was more like a pita bread. But because it was kind of like, I felt it was kind of like soft. Or maybe it was crackery. I don't even remember at this point.
Say a mixture of cracker
Yeah.
pita.
Okay, cracker pita.
Let's call it a cracker pita.
And then it had the sauce in like a little thing, like a plastic tube where you open it up and you spread the sauce on, which is like freaking tomato paste.
Yeah, then you had the grated cheese.
Grated
It
cheese.
was like a white cheddar block.
Yeah,
it
wasn't
orange and white.
right.
cheese.
There wasn't full mozzarella. Mozzarella. It was.
Yeah, get your Staten Island Italian phrase out of here.
It was my.
Gabagool, no D in it.
There's no gabagool in this. I want no gabagool, but
no galamad, bro.
yeah, Lunchables fried galamad.
We'll keep that movie.
Yeah, but it had like the pepperoni slices and you put it on, and then you essentially made your own pizza. And I remember like it wasn't that great, but it was like trendy, I guess.
What's funny is it was like you were the boss at the lunch table.
Exactly. It was like, ooh, he's got the pizza.
I remember one time, like I guess I had one left over, and like it was summer break or something. So I came up with the genius idea. You know what? Let me make this Lunchables pizza.
Uh huh.
I'm gonna put it in the toaster oven, like actually.
Oh, and try to make a real
and
toasted
it
pizza
was
out of it.
1,000 times better. Like,
Get out of here! You warmed it and it was actually better because you got to eat it cold.
I had one left over from summer
olden
break.
days.
So
Yeah.
I guess I was being a crafty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let me actually cook this lunch.
Haha. See how this feels cooked.
And it was night and day, so much better.
Get out of
You
here.
actually melt the cheese. The
Right.
heats up a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that was the worst part about it for me was the cold sauce.
It's just
That was my least favorite part about it. It was like a kind of a goopy cold sauce. You pull out, you paste out of that like a plastic tube kind of thing,
Eating unmelted pizza.
like a plastic packet. Yeah, like which I didn't mind. Like I didn't mind the cheese and the pepperoni, but I remember the sauce being the most off-putting part, the cold sauce.
Yeah, I cooked it in the toaster oven. It was unbelievable. So I mean,
as far as Lunchables
it was
pizza
good
can be.
as Lunchables pizza can be.
Right,
but
right,
it
right.
was a very different experience.
night,
and
wow.
a positive.
So that's interesting. Yes.
And I feel like they had to own Capri Sun because Capri Sun. Was
Capri
a
Sun went with it. I don't like. I'm looking at a picture of it, and this particular box doesn't have the Capri Sun in it.
There was a cheaper version that had the pizza solitary. You didn't get like the Capri Sun.
Oh yeah, then you had like I guess the
They give
deluxe
you,
packet.
Like a Reese's Pieces. They give you like a small
Yeah, you have like a
chocolate
candy. Let's see if I can find that right now. Yeah, pizza.
Because they had the cheaper solo ones, which probably we ended up having.
Right,
you know?
right. Oh, and they still make it only this new style box.
I'm sure it's updated. It's probably
Yeah,
better quality.
it's mid. Yeah, probably. But I'm looking at the old box. These new boxes do come with everything. They got the extra cheesy pizza and it comes with a candy. I think a little.
I wonder what
crunch bar.
genius at Oscar Mayer, like the late '80s, is like, let's fatten children.
Yeah,
let's make lunch meals.
Let's make them. They love pizza, right? Why don't we make them pizza for lunch?
But even like, let's make a small ham, put it on a cracker.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know.
Genius.
And like the lowest quality, like friggin' salted meat that you could possibly think of.
Oscar bologna. Like you literally
Ooh.
put it on someone's car and there's a ring.
Yeah, and it stays
eats
there forever.
paint.
Eats through the paint.
So
Yeah,
it
well,
eats car paint.
salted.
Well,
Yeah.
It eats your intestines.
Yeah,
or
well,
your
Coca-Cola do the same
your
thing.
dietary tract. You know?
Yeah, Coca-Cola is good for like cleaning toilets and shit, and
It's so good, but it's so bad.
it's so bad for you. But yeah, those are the retro foods of the week. I'll post those onto the Retrocade Facebook page, and I think that closes it up for this week.
Yes,
so
we'll certainly be try to be more active in this.
Oh, definitely we'll be
endeavor, and,
weekly and
it's
keep
good to be
pumping
back
out
and
footage.
keeping
Yeah, keep in
the
touch.
pop culture gander.
Absolutely. Also, check us on Facebook, our Facebook Retrocade podcast page, and also subscribe to us on YouTube. I post everything on YouTube plus additional videos. I have an awesome, rarely seen, the making of E.T. the movie documentary up there. It's getting tons of likes, and we'll be putting more footage up there too, and possibly some other stuff and add-ons. So check it out, and enjoy and keep watching the stars.